Thanks for staying with us. All right, we're going to start with the nation. Mikey had one fantastic banter like this that you guys missed. You've been laughing and cracking up with this thing. Maybe I'll give her time to share. It's a very, very interesting story. Let's start with the nation. Masari, Almakura, Adamu, others, we remain with Tinubu. PDP governors can't stop coalition train, says Atiku. APC takes control of Edo Assembly with 15 members, 2 PDP's 9. Excuse me. Plateau bans night grazing, restores vigilante patrols in move to end killings. Inside CBEX 1.3 trillion naira Ponzi scam. Why NBA should refund 300 million naira to Rivers by Banwo Adegborua. And the presidency gives NPC 3 weeks deadline on census report. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, so let me start with the one that touched us. 2 SAN, Oluade Adegborua and Dr. Okpebanwo, who is also a legal tech expert, have called out the NBA for receiving the 300 million naira that they got from former suspended governor of Rivers State, and they have asked that the money be refunded ASAP. They were stressing that lawyers are supposed to be the conscience of society, and they're expected to champion the rule of law, and that they should not be seen romancing with any government amid poverty and rights abuses. And Adegborua emphasized the need to restore the dignity of the profession, saying that the SANs, who have all been made legal silk, should contribute 1 million naira each and refund that money to redeem the image of the NBA, that the NBA should not be seen to go cap in hand to anybody or any government official. With emphasis, he said the revelation has not only triggered the political and legal firestorm, it has raised a fundamental question. Can a supposedly independent professional body continue to claim neutrality while receiving financial handouts from political actors? Let's not be distracted by technicalities. Replying to Dr. Monde Ubani, who had said it was an unconditional gift, said that they should not have, and now that it has triggered this conversation, the honorable thing is to, immediately redeem the image of the profession. And I bow to senior knowledge.
Okay. Yes, I have from Plateau State. So the Plateau State governor yesterday took measures to halt the incessant attacks on rural communities by gunmen. So to restore calm and strengthen vigilance, I hereby announce the following measures. He says night grazing of cattle is strictly prohibited. Transportation of cattle by vehicle is banned after 7 p.m. The use of motorcycles is restricted from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. across the state until further notice. He says, as we know, no fewer than 100 persons have been killed by gunmen in Bassa, Bokos local government areas of the state in the last 1 week. We also have responses from the Abbas Tajuddin, that's the North House of Rep Speaker and former Senate President David Mark, urging Nigerians to cooperate with government and security agencies in their efforts to end the killings. We also have the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris. He expressed concern about this ugly trend. He says that the president is unrelenting in getting to the root cause and to end this malady, which is important, to get to the root cause. But we have the governor who convened an emergency security meeting, consulted the president and security chiefs. He's urging calm, and says that but Plateau State will not succumb to fear. I'd like to read his statement. He says that, first of all, let him be clear. This is not random violence. This is not an isolated conflict between farmers and herders. Right. What we're witnessing is a systematic and premeditated campaign, one that seeks to displace, destabilize, and instill terror and fear on our people and our communities. The tragic echoes of Dogona Hawa, if you remember that, Riyom, Berkeladi, Mongu, Christmas Eve massacres in Bokos remain vivid. The cycle continues, but it must not endure. Enough is enough. I mean, he's speaking the minds of everyone because it just does not make sense. It's just continuous and it just seems like there's never an end to it. So I like, as the president said, we need to find the root cause and deal with it at that level. Okay. But in the meantime, the governor has also allowed for all the victims to get free medical attention in the different hospitals across the
Okay, moving on to another story.
Okay, another story. Okay, go on.
Yeah, story. Go ahead, take your story.
Okay, no, I was just going to take that. Atiku has said that the PDP governors cannot stop the coalition train. You know, there have been rumors of PDP merging with that, but the governors have said no, there's nothing like that. So he is saying, indeed, the coalition train has left the station and would have multiple stops to bring on board Nigerians of all shades. He put that on his X handle, and the PDP has someone from the PDP, the vice chairman South Dan Obi, said blamed the party's crisis on the entrenched interest. He didn't mention anybody, but of someone going for presidential election every time. So,
you know who he's talking about.
we all know who.
It's not fair.
Well, someone did it and eventually became president.
Well, that's true. Okay, let me move on to the other story. President Bola Tinubu yesterday inaugurated a presidential committee on the National Population and Housing Census, the 8-member committee headed by the National Planning Minister Atiku Bagudu. And they were charged by Tinubu to deliver an interim report within 21 days. Is also to develop a roadmap for the execution of the national census, including exploring domestic and international financial options to support the large-scale undertaking. If you recall, the last census in Nigeria was 2016, and it put the number of the Nigerians to 140 million. Since then, people have been coming up with Nigerians 200 million, 250 million, all sorts of numbers. So right now, the committee has been inaugurated to put together a roadmap towards the proper execution of the next census, which I think is really crucial to help us for economic development and prosperity. Moving on now to Daily Sun. Let's see if story we can take. 2027 election, Atiku leaves options open. Trade imbalance threatening Nigeria-China currency swap, says CBN. Terrorism, ECPA gets new lawyer as case begins in June. Rivers emergency rule, reps summons Ibas. About time. I wish somebody took that story. Lagos Assembly, court declares Obasa's removal illegal, voids assembly proceedings. Igbo traditional rulers rise up against insecurity, and we must know our population, says Tinubu. Inaugurates National Census Committee. Okay, please let us find out Rivers.
So this House of Representatives ad hoc committee on Rivers State that was just inaugurated on Tuesday, chaired by Honorable Julius Inowere, has already started work. So they have called on the sole administrator of Rivers State to immediately come and give updates of how he's managed the affairs of Rivers State since he was put in office. And according to the Sun, they said that the committee's business is to ensure that public interest and all the policies of the federal government in Rivers State continue. So I think they're using style to specify. They said their business is to monitor the implementation of the federal directives and policies in Rivers State and ensure that the caretaker administration adheres to law and protect public interest while facilitating the re-establishment of full democratic governance. Specifying his
JD. Remember we said yesterday that they need to tell him his job description because he's going outside.
He's going to get it. So they invited him. They said it's very important that he's invited at this time to come and give an update of how he's carried out a particular. And in addition,
Nima, he also said that he said that it's fake news that he denied someone in the governor. You know, we're saying yesterday that it has to be fake. That there's no way a sole administrator can summon an elected governor.
Let me use your
so he's saying it's fake news. So
let me use your opportunity to beg Son to stop continuing online when the story is in the paper. Because I didn't read that part.
Oh, okay.
They just wrote the continue online, and you go online, their website is always
but let's go on a short break. But I'm happy that things are seeming right now because yesterday we were a bit confused that how can the sole administrator be summoning a governor?
But the sole administrator did not summon governor in the Tribune.
Because if that is the case,
somebody has summoned governor.
Now that needs sole administrators because all the violence happening in the states.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.